everyone, and welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we are making this really tasty pasta dish. What it is, and I was trying to come up with a name, and I just have to say that it's penne in white sauce with red meat. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. So let's get started in this. There's going to be two steps to this pasta. One, I want to show you that I've taken a penne pasta here. It's tricolored and I've already boiled it. I put it under cold water and I put some olive oil in it so it just helps it not stick. We're quickly going to go do the white sauce for this. And I already have half a cup of butter that is getting hot in here. And to this, I'm going to add half a cup of flour. And I'm going to mix this really well. Just like so. And you want to cook this. This is a roux. This is going to make the white sauce really nice and thick. And while the white sauce is cooking, I'm also going to talk about the other ingredients. And I have a bird that I adopted, and she's a macaque parrot, and she wants to talk as well. So I hope this doesn't disturb you all. So I'm going to put this on the stove. And oops, oh, there we go. All right, so we're gonna cook the roux, and while the roux is getting cooked, I am gonna go ahead and discuss the other ingredients with you. So we're gonna be adding about 4 slices of cheese. Now, if you live in an area where you don't get sliced cheese, you can add cheddar cheese, just shred it up and maybe add half a cup to about 1/4 of a cup, depending on how much cheese you want in there. We're also gonna be adding some mozzarella cheese in there. I think it's gonna taste amazing. And then we're going to be using between 1.5 to 3 cups of milk. We'll see how the white sauce comes along. Alright, so the next thing here that I have here is I have about 1.5 pounds of sirloin steak that I thinly sliced and cut it. And they're about 1/2 inch pieces. And all I did was marinate that in fresh ginger, fresh garlic, about a tablespoon of each, salt, pepper, a little bit of soy sauce, and I marinated it for about an hour. And then I put it on the stove with no water and just cooked it down, and this is what I came up with. So this is all ready, but we're also going to be putting this in a tomato paste type of sauce that we're gonna make. So we'll be making 2 sauces, the white sauce, and then we're also going to be making a tomato based sauce with the tomato paste. So I'm just going to cook this just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. It already smells wonderful. You can tell that the raw flour smell is already gone. Okay. So to this, I'm also going to go ahead and add our milk slowly. And I'm going to stir quickly to avoid lumps. And if you follow this method, you're not going to need a whisk. You'll never need a whisk to make white sauce. I make corn pie with this stuff too, with the white sauce, though I was just thinking about. So anyway, see how you don't even need a whisk. And we're just going to keep stirring this until it gets really nice and thick. And I'm going to move this over to my other stove so we can start the sauce for the meat. So I'm going to have Sumaya come down and stir our sauce so it doesn't clump on us. So I'm just going to put on medium. I'm going to put this right here. And Sumaya, say hi to everybody. Hi. She didn't know she was going to be in the show. So can you do me a favor, and can you just keep stirring this so it doesn't become lumps? All right, so I'm going to get my wok here. And I'm going to increase my heat. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of olive oil. Now, I marinated my meat so well with the soy sauce and the ginger and the garlic that I have to be careful that I don't add too much stuff in there. Otherwise, it's going to get really tart. So, into this, I don't want to add any more ginger and garlic because I think I have just about enough. I'm going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon and a half of tomato paste. And if anybody wants to know where I know in the South you can get the tomato paste. In UK you can very easily find tomato paste in a tube form. But here in the North, it's really hard to find the tomato paste. So, what I want to do is I really want to cook this tomato paste in the oil. And what happens is it's going to get a little bit like a maroon color, and it's going to smell really good, and it's going to cook up really well, and it's going to give it a really good flavor. So at this point, because it's splattering everywhere, I'm just going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of water. And this will help it from not splattering to my clothes and stuff. So see how it's gotten really nice and shiny, and it's going to get really nice and dark. Okay. Now, if you try your meat and you feel like it doesn't have enough salt or anything in it, then this is the time you would add a little bit of salt or soy sauce into this sauce. But because my sauce is my meat tastes so good, it's so flavorful that I just feel like by adding anything more in here, it's just gonna make it a bit too tart. So I'm gonna go ahead and generously add about half a teaspoon of fresh cracked pepper in here. And you see how water disappeared and we still have the sauce going. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more water. And that's okay. You can keep on doing that just so that it just doesn't splatter too much on you. Okay. And then I'm going to top it off with just a little bit more lemon pepper. Now, if you don't find lemon pepper where you live, and I've had a lot of people asking me about lemon pepper, I didn't know that we in Canada don't have it. And if you look here, Sumaya did an excellent job with our white sauce. Look at that. Look at how wonderful that looks. So I'm going to thin it out just a bit more. I'm going to go ahead, shut this sauce off, and just add a little bit more just to thin it out, just a little bit more. I think it's just too thick. And it's not going to clump on me, then that's the best thing. Okay, that's good enough. So, and this is why I'm so vast at saying 1.5 to 3 cups, because sometimes, like I said, I was paying attention to the other sauce, and this sauce got a little bit thick, but look at, it's so silky and beautiful, and we didn't even need a whisk because there's no clumps in it. So now, this sauce here, I'm going to turn it on again, put it on high, and I'm going to go ahead and add my meat to this. I guess this shirt will have to be laundered because I've got stuff on it. Alright, so just gonna mix it, and see how it has that little red color in there. Alright, so this is done, completely done. I'm gonna take this off the stove. And I'm going to take my white sauce and put that over here. To the white sauce, I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta in here. And I used a 12-ounce box of penne pasta that's tricolored. And we're just going to top it off now with some cheese. And I should have added the cheese when I was doing the white sauce, but turn it back on just a little bit. Just going to add a little bit more milk in here. I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese in here. And this is really a quick dish. If you have the meat ready, You can use ground beef if you like too, or you can use chicken. If you have the meat ready, this dish goes by really, really, really quickly, because you just have to, you know, make the red sauce, a little bit of the red sauce, put that in, make the white sauce, and boil the pasta, and there you go. You have a really good meal. So we're gonna stir this really well. I'm just gonna put it on the stove just till the cheese has melted. And then to this also, I'm going to go ahead and add some black pepper. And this is a 3-color pepper I have in here. It's red, black, and white. Okay. Now I'm going to just go ahead and add some mozzarella cheese in there. I like it where when you're eating it, it just gets really nice and stringy. Okay. Look at how all that cheese is melting. And guess what we forgot? Salt. Go ahead and sprinkle some salt on it. Go. This is a great potluck dish or a picnic, or you know, if you're taking it to a party, like an office party or something. All you have to do is put it in a casserole dish and warm it up in the microwave. So look at how beautiful that looks. Okay. All right. So now, just so that we can start setting this up, what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my plate here, the one, and I usually like to serve this up with some cucumbers. So here you can see that I have some cucumbers set up, and I just took some English cucumbers and sliced them oblong, and I sprinkled some Cajun seasoning on there. That's all I did. And look how beautiful this pasta looks. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add the pasta in here. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to take the meat pieces and I'm just going to put that right on there on top. Okay. Look at how beautiful, beautiful this pasta looks. I'm going to grab a fork that I forgot, and I'm going to grab some scallions that we're going to use just to add a little bit of more color to it. Look at that. Look at that. And so I'm going to take a little bite of the meat, and I don't want to spoil the presentation here, but I'm going to give this a try. Silky. I can't explain it to you, but I love the combination of the white sauce and the tomatoey meat. And the silkiness from the white sauce. It's just amazing. You gotta give this a try. I know the kids are going back to school. When they come back, they would love to have this for dinner or lunch. And this would be great for a lunchbox that you can take leftovers to school, to work, or to school. So thank you for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. See you then, friends.